Dave Morelli here. This time in sniper practice, we're going to talk about trigger control. When you pull this trigger, you have to do it in such a manner that you don't transfer any movement to the rifle. And I'm going to show you an exercise to practice that. First we check our gun, check it physically, check its sight, no bullet. And we also have a safe backstop. When you pull the trigger, you want to pull straight back towards the trigger guard. You want to use the meaty part of your finger. You don't want to have too much finger, so it's overbearing this way. And you don't want to have too little finger like this. You want to be able to pull straight back, and the only way you can pull straight back is if you put the meaty part of your finger right on the trigger like so. This trigger has no take up, so the minute you put 3 pounds on it, the sears disengage and the rifle goes off. With the high cost of ammunition, a guy wants to practice trigger control without expending too much money. And also, you can't go to the range all the time. This is something that you can do. I call it my 35-cent trigger practice, to practice trigger control, and you can do it inside. You make sure you have a good backstop for this rifle, because if you do send one down range, you don't want it to kill somebody or your neighbor. And then maybe you don't like your neighbor, but we always check our rifle both physically. We look at it, check it by sight. This rifle's clear, there's no ammunition around. First time you start with a quarter, and what you do is put the quarter on the barrel right at the end. Get into your shooting position like you're going to take the shot. And you practice a perfect trigger squeeze. If the quarter stays up there, you did a pretty good job. If it falls off, keep practicing. When you can keep that up there all the time, try it with a dime. Well, thanks for joining us for trigger control. Hope you got something out of it. My good friend Clayton, better known as the Adventure Cowboy, filmed this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode of Sniper Practice.
It's a good time.